All right. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me. Just trying this on the fly. Not prepared at all. But you've got your friendly Professor B here, and we're going to take a little tour of SGX. We are at Stout Game Expo, December 2025 edition, and I'm going to try and show you around here. So, we're in the main Great Hall. In the center of the room, we have our GDD 100 classes. We have a really cool setup for these days. Big Beck has taken command of GDD 100, and so he requires them to present the games a la Expo style, where they pitch the games for half the night, and you can walk up, and they will tell you about the game mechanics and what inspired them, and how the game is related to all the things they've been studying for the semester. And then, halfway through the night, they switch roles. And you can play the game. And so they'll be set up in here, ready to roll, for you to sit down and have a playthrough. All games are targeting play times that are in the 15 to 30 minute range. So you can truly sit down and have a few playthroughs throughout the course of the night. It's a lot of fun. You can really see how some of the production values have gone way up here. It's the board right there in the middle, the tiers that you're moving up. So really cool stuff happening with GDD 100, inspired by Paverson Games and their support of that class. Speak of the devil. Hey Dave, we're live on Twitch, say hi. There we go. Alright, let's meander over to the other side of the room. If it's been a while since you've been to SGX, you might not know, but we occupy all the ballrooms and the Great Hall and the hallway between them, which they lovingly call the concourse. So let's take a look at what we've got in the hallway this year. We have revived the board game production class. And in that class, again, Dave is letting people work on a board game on a team for the entire semester. So in GDD 100, they get about a month to make their game. Here, they've worked on teams throughout the semester to make these games. We have some really in-depth, much longer play, much more thought through and complicated games that have. We have 4 different games from that class, one of which is also part of a thesis project. Oh no, it's peaking. It's peaking. Sorry. I'll try and not talk so loud. Thank you.
Oh, you can still grab another one.
And here's some more of this all going on here. But yeah, all kinds of brilliant work coming out of the tabletop game arena. But let's take a look at what's going on inside of the world of the ballrooms. So here, in ballrooms A and a half, we have the GDD 200 games. And so all of these were required to work in Unity. And yes, we are considering not doing Unity and possibly doing Godot in a future semester, but for now, this is the first time they've been asked to make a digital game, and we want to make sure it's something that we can support them well in. So they are running on their laptops and taking their first stab at putting together production materials, presenting those. I played all of these tonight, and there is a lot of really interesting gameplay happening in this. And as we've started to recognize, this is one of the classes where you really start to learn how to work well as a team. So all of these games showing off tonight, doing their best. And then, right around the corner, we have GDD 325. So GDD 200 now happens in sophomore year. It can happen before GDD 100. They can be taken in any order because they don't really depend on each other. And here now, GDD 325 is take 2 on a digital game. They've has more stringent prerequisites, so they've gotten into 3D art. They have done data structures. And here, this is Ace Race. This game worked on some unique controllers. So they have an Arduino-driven, custom controller here for this. So this is a 2v2 racer. in the style of Mario Kart Double Dash. So one person's controlling the cart, the other person's in the back working the turret. They're the saboteur, and so they can sabotage the enemy. And they both use custom controllers. The custom steering wheel has been having a hard time tonight. One of them is out of commission, but you can see the other one going good there. Over here, we have Clean Break. This is a junior game that was made in one semester, and it is a 3v3 networked game. So they implemented this in Unreal Engine, and they have networking. And here, I believe the concept is the kind of hidden game, or the hide-and-seek games that you see on Roblox a lot, where you're trying to hide as inanimate objects and not get seen, and the other team is hunting to find you. Oh no! Lots of fun happening here. We've also got, I'm not remembering, the art production on this particular game here is incredible. This is Hazard Hotel, that's right. And then we have Stars and Spurs. Stars and Spurs you actually play by drawing symbols on the Cintiq tablets. So that's their unique input system. So I probably didn't elaborate. In GDD 325 now, we want people to experiment and try crazy things and take risks. And so you can see that happening with the alternative controllers, alternative input devices. And the last one over here, which is Retro Repair. This one was helmed by an MFA student and is in VR. And so you put on the VR helmet and you're in this really AR environment, I should say, where you're seeing through into the world, but you're repairing imaginary retro consoles. So we can see some of the gameplay back here. I tried this just earlier and it was fantastic. Yes, I'm amazed what the juniors are able to attempt each year, let alone get working by the time all of this comes together. And then the sneak peek in December is the halfway implemented senior games. And those are going to be around the outside of the Great Hall. So I'll go by and give you a taste here. Yeah, VR in 325. Now, granted, it was helmed by an MFA student, so someone that had some experience. Chloe Ferguson, graduate of the GDD program, is back for her MFA, and yeah. Here's one of our senior games, Into Orbit. This is a collaborative game, a networked game, where they are playing together on a team to complete tasks. They have a really impressive prototype that's very fleshed out for December here. Let's see if we can make this visible at all. Notice everything's tilting away from you. You're on this sort of planetoid type thing, but it's actually just a plane that they're moving infinitely. They're really smart about how they rendered that. Somebody's really enjoying this. I'll let you guys, eventually we will have links up to all of these, and all of the senior games are supposed to post up a playable demo, so hopefully you can download it and actually play it. I encourage you to try. The links will be up later. We were focusing on the event, and so the website's not ready yet, but that is okay. This over here is Little Quests. So Little Quests is sort of a sandbox game that you play together. So there's two-player, where you're given a whole bunch of tools and you have to try and solve puzzles within the world. And we really encourage them to lean into the sandbox elements for this SGX. Let people just play and have fun and find the fun. So it's one that you can definitely download and try on your own, because it's just couch co-op. And I'd encourage you to do that. They've been putting up builds for months now already and having people play test them. So over on itch, you can play their game. And it is, let's see here. Oh, there's a QR code here. Probably won't be able to scan that, but there you go. Yes, we're trying to really get them to play test a lot in order to see how that sandbox can evolve. All right. This is Ghost Truck Death Arena. And so here, you're a ghost that possesses a monster truck, and you are in basically a demolition derby. It is 4v4 here. They say, well, I guess it's actually free for all if I remember right. But they have 8 different PCs all networked together, playing in an arena. And I guess right now it's 2 separate arenas. There's 4 players on each side. But yeah. And you did not move so fast. Sorry, I hope I'm not making people nauseous here. What amazes me is that it's even working. Networking, all communicating together, and we had almost no issues getting it set up. Things are getting better every year. And then we have what I understand to be a game that has been pitched many times and finally got picked up as a capstone game, Gator Hopper. This is sort of a free-for-all arena game. Again, 8 players, all networked together, and they've taken a lot of inspiration for things like Marvel Rivals here. You have these ultra attacks, and they have basic movement and attacks all kind of set down, but you have 2 different forms. You can be either bipedal or quadrupedal, and when you change forms, your abilities change too. And when you're quadrupedal, you go faster, but you don't do as much damage. So in the end, they're looking for really dynamic gameplay with a lot of trade-offs, where hopefully players can really develop a strategy. Right now, just again, the fact that it all works, hey, it's kind of amazing. Next up here, we have the game where you play as a screw called Screwed. I'm always going to lead with what you play as on that one. Yes, hero shooter, and the Splatoon aspects. So yeah, they don't have the hooking in yet, but the idea is you will be thrown into the arena, hooked into the arena, Splatoon style. So yes. But yeah, Screwed is a puzzle game. You play as a screw, and you can screw into things and control them. And when you do, you sort of move around physically based on the thing you're screwed into. And so they have a basic puzzle layout all set up and ready to go, and they're testing out the first few puzzles that you would play within the environment. But they have gone a long ways towards setting up a nice, reusable set of tools. There's a lot of tooling behind the scenes that works really well with this setup, and that's something that I think holds a lot of promise for the future here. And like most puzzle games, they are really strategizing the puzzles. They are really thinking a lot about how do we make this fun. Yeah. And then we have Escolito. This is a rhythm game. It is a rhythm platformer side-scroller. And so you have to move and perform actions on the beat. Ooh, I need to tilt down here. Move and perform actions on the beat of the music. And when you do, you build up your, what meter? Mariachi meter, yes. And then you can use that to release people from to spread joy, basically, to people in the world and help complete their requests. And so it has a strong connection to themes from the Day of the Dead. Really colorful art style. This one is made in Godot. I should have mentioned, so Escolito is in Godot, Screwed is in Godot. The other two, the 2 networked games are in Unreal Engine. Into Orbit is in Unreal Engine. And Little Quest is in Unity. We finally had one that still wanted to be in Unity. Yes. I've got that too. It feels good though when you play it. It's one of those ones, like most rhythm games, you have to feel it, right? So yeah, that's SGX 2025. Wanted to give everybody a live taste of it. I hope you're all able to check this out. I'm going to see if I can archive this over to YouTube too, so everyone can get the quick tour. But look for these to be posted up on the UW Stout website, where you'll have links to go download and play these. Everything will be there except for the tabletop games. Can only experience those in person these days. But thanks for tuning in.